Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music.
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to First Cut. This is our MCU Phase 4 rankings. We are finally done with Phase 4 after Wakanda Forever, and we're here to break it down in this short little video. I'm here with RB3. RB3, right off the bat, obviously Phase 4 has had a lot of controversy, has had a lot of question marks, but now that we're officially done with Phase 4, how do you feel like it did and the level of success? And how do you feel like the themes and the messages lined up throughout all 7 movies that we got in Phase 4?
I feel like they try to shoot for the stars, and when you shoot for the stars, sometimes you land on the moon, sometimes you land right back into the Atlantic Ocean, and fell spectacularly. That's what some of these movies did. They fell flat on their face. Other movies succeeded a lot and pulled off the job really well. So I think that the overarching theme for me in Phase 4, I think is processing grief, processing things that, processing tragedy, whether that's like personal loss, whether that's death, whether that's regrets, like past moments that you're trying to like make up for, reconciling with characters who have passed on, starting from the very beginning with Black Widow, which is literally about a character who already died at the end of Phase 3, kind of reconciling her death, but also passing on to the new generation as well, and what the lessons from the past, how can we apply that to the present and evolve that into the future. I also felt like they talked a lot about gods, religion, higher beings, higher powers, exactly what is our place in the universe. So I think the movies that do that really, really well do that phenomenally, and they rank at the top of the list. Some movies don't do that as well, and they'll probably rank towards the bottom. But I think that's the overall theme I took from Phase 4.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot about legacy, life and death, life after death, if that makes sense, as far as like what you leave behind on Earth, which again goes in hand with legacy. I feel like there's a lot of existentialism with Eternals, with a lot of other films, obviously Wakanda Forever as well. There's a lot there in Phase 4, man. I feel like obviously there's a lot of themes in there. As far as success, right, on the films, as far as how quality they are, it's a mixed bag for me personally, and I feel like it's probably a mixed bag for a lot of people. But let's just get right down to it, man. Let's rank our Phase 4 MCU films. I believe there are 7 films so far in Phase 4 or in the completion of Phase 4. So let's just get 1 through 7. RB3, what is your MCU ranking?
Oh, wow, I'm going first. I thought you were going to go first. Okay. So am I just going 1 through 7?
Yeah, I'd go 1 through 7.
1 through 7? Okay. I'm going to go 7 through 1,
Okay.
just to spice it up. Number 7, Black Widow. I hate to put it that low on the list, but unfortunately, again, it was the start of Phase 4. They're still trying to find their footing. We had a great introduction to Elena, which was cool, but, number 7. Number 6, Thor Love and Thunder. Good, not great. Taika kind of lost a little bit on that. Number 5, Eternals. I think super, super ambitious. I think they really, really shot for something spectacular, and they came really, really close to it, but missed it by just that much. Number 4, Multiverse of Madness. Love seeing that Sam Raimi craziness. Love seeing Doctor Strange. It's still a little bit of a mess, but I will never, never, ever be able to get over that scene of Professor X and oh boy getting Fantastic Four homie getting violated like a licorice stick. Number 3, and this was really tough for me putting in number 3. This is honestly could be number 2. Shang-Chi, one of the best modern martial arts films I've seen in a long time, and honestly my favorite character introduction in the Marvel universe that we've seen probably since the first Iron Man. I really enjoyed this character in this world that we got introduced to with Shang-Chi, but yeah, it was so close to being my number 2. My actual number 2 is Spider-Man No Way Home. I wasn't the biggest fan of Spider-Boy, Tom Holland, and the offset of the MCU, but I eventually came to like and respect him. And I think his journey, seeing him lose Aunt May, graduating to being Spider-Man, learning how to be that leader that he should be, I think it was a good movie. And number 1, obviously, is the most recent film, Wakanda Forever. It was just raw, it was powerful, and it really nailed in the message that I think this whole universe and cinematic world has been trying to tell. So I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's crazy how off we are and how different we are towards the bottom of the list. But if I'm being real, the top of the list is almost exactly the same. At number one for me, I have Wakanda Forever as well. I feel like that is the most impactful film I've seen in Phase 4 by far. And it's the most impactful film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for me, on the top 3 or 4 for me already. And obviously, I've only seen it twice. So I'm eventually going to see it a few more times and eventually learn to appreciate it more and more. But it's already like top 3, top 4 for me because of everything it's able to do and everything it's able to balance in the situation that it's placed in. At number 2, I have Shang-Chi. I believe you had Shang-Chi up there for a minute. So I think you moved No Way Home recently, but I have Shang-Chi at my number 2. At number 3, I have No Way Home. I love, obviously, Spider-Man, the character Spider-Man, but I still feel like that movie relied so much on the nostalgia factor, which worked, but I still feel like it literally doesn't work without the nostalgia factor. But still, because of the nostalgia factor and because of the quality of what they delivered with that, I still feel like it works pretty well. At number 4, I have, oh, it's going to be tough. At number 4, I have, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with my girl, Black Widow. At number 4, I have Black Widow.
Oh, what?
I love this movie, and I loved it when I first saw it, and I loved it even more when I saw it again. I think there's a lot there in this movie. Obviously, a couple stuff in there doesn't work, but I think there's enough there that really works as far as themes go. At number 5, I have Love and Thunder. At number 6, I have Eternals. And at number 7, I have my boy, Doctor Strange in the multiverse of, what was that movie? The multiverse of whatness. What?
Yo, wild.
Yeah, I know that's the hottest take. Everyone loved that movie just because of 2 scenes. I swear, people were like, "Yo, did you see those 2 scenes?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but that's not a movie. That's not how movies work. Movies aren't 2 scenes, bro. I swear." Like,
great movie,
a movie's a damn movie, and it's supposed to be complete. So
what you mean?
Yeah, bro, it's 2 scenes in the movie that everyone always talks about, and then because of that, they say it's a great movie. It's not a great movie. It has 2 acts in the entire film. Anyways, those are my MCU rankings. Obviously, it's a lot of controversy in there, but let us know in the comments down below, what is your MCU rankings? You can obviously let us know about our MCU rankings as well. But we really appreciated MCU Phase 4. Obviously, a mixed bag. Looking forward to Phase 5 and to see what it delivers. I'm hoping they dive into a little bit more of what we liked up the top RB3 with a little bit more of Talo and Talocan and Shang-Chi and Wakanda. That kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that I think we like the most.
I think
between the 2 of us.
And I think the stuff at the top is honestly the most filmmaker driven. You know, I think that's the stuff that Wakanda Forever, maybe not No Way Home, but Shang-Chi feels like a very honest film from Dustin Daniel Cretton. And Ryan Coogler really put his heart and soul into Wakanda Forever, understandably so, because of, you know, it's a tribute to the star, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part, we definitely appreciate it more and more as far as filmmaker driven stories. So either way, guys, for the First Cut crew and for the MCU, we're going to be peacing out. So peace.